So this is Shant'e Ragin, and I am making this video because I am a female Uber and Lyft driver, and I haven't seen a whole lot out there, and it could just be because I haven't done too much YouTube and research about the female drivers out there. But I want to share my experience on being an Uber and Lyft driver. I have been driving now for about a month, and I did start in my own personal vehicle. I got into driving for Uber and Lyft after seeing how much money that my husband actually made, over $1,000 a week, in driving for just Uber. So I came in understanding that money it can actually be made from working with these companies. I also came into the situation as an entrepreneur myself. I'm a communications coach, and I've got several other businesses. I also understand that Uber and Lyft is another business that I could get myself into and create a schedule around that and see exactly how much money I also can make, and then also how Uber and Lyft as an independent business will work. Now, yesterday I decided to go and pick up one of the rental vehicles. Actually, last week I picked up one of the express rental vehicles. And I decided to do that because I thought about all the maintenance and different things, and I'm driving my car around, and I just thought, what if I didn't have to worry about what was going on with this car, if it's, So I decided to get one of the rental vehicles. I paid $250 deposit. I arrived at the location, and I was not asked for a dime more of money. Within 15 minutes, I had this brand new hybrid that I'm sitting in here. The car didn't even have 1,000 miles on it, and it has all the insurance and everything that I need. I've got a rear view camera, and I just want to take this off and flip my camera around here. I want to particularly show you the gas hand. So right now you can look at this car and see it's only got 1,229 miles on it. I just got it yesterday. Still got 482 miles left that I can drive on in this hybrid. And you see how much gas I burned. When I got the car yesterday, I probably drove 150 miles. This hybrid is costing me $319 a week, which sounds like a lot of money. It did sound like a lot of money to me at first. It's actually going to be about $350 a week once taxes and fees are paid. I'm going to flip my camera back, but when I made mention of that to the representative at Lyft, he goes, "You're going to save so much money with that hybrid." And I thought, I'm going to just go with the flow. I'm not going to fight this thing. The flow brought me to this, and so I'm going to go with the flow. I paid $250. They did prorate my rental for this week, which will wind up being about $97 come Tuesday. So I've had Friday pickup, today Saturday, tomorrow Sunday, and Monday, of course. But it's calculated up through Sunday. I had to do 6 trips. Normally I have to do 20 trips, and I'm going to have to pay the $350 before I'll be able to cash anything out from Lyft, which is a change because I'm used to being able to cash out with my own car. But that is okay because I feel like it'll push me more to go ahead and get that $350 in my bank and then roll on from there, as I know that money's be made because I've made money in my own vehicle and also have watched my husband make money. So I want to share these videos with you as I walk my journey, primarily as a Lyft driver in this brand new hybrid car that I'm renting from them. I've got to make more than my $350 payment, and I've also got to meet my goals with this particular business. If you're like me and you got multiple businesses and you're always trying to find out what you can do to expand yourself, if you're like me and one of the only reasons why you would take on a job or an additional contract is because you have a goal that you need to reach, and so you've got to figure things out. If you're like me and you have to have total control of your schedule, this could actually be something that you can do. I'm here to tell you that you can do it. If you're in a situation where you don't have a job, you've been let go, you've got to quit, you don't have a vehicle, Lyft and Uber both have programs where you can actually rent their vehicles. Now, what is that going to require? It's going to require you to work your buns off. It's going to require you to do a lot of driving. But if you're a great driver, you don't mind driving, and you don't mind people, then being an Uber or Lyft driver could actually be something that you can actually do. There are people who always need rides, and this is Shant'e Ragin letting you know that you can do it. If there's a tugging, a yearning in your soul that says what you're doing right now is absolutely not working for you, and you've got to try something different. Sometimes it's the small things. You know, you might be good on your bills, but it's that small extra stuff that you've got to do. Now, if you're just looking for the small extra stuff, then maybe the rental program is definitely not for you, because you've got to make up some money here. So you got to do quite a bit of driving with that in order to make the money. However, if you don't have a vehicle and you need a job, then becoming an Uber or Lyft driver is definitely an option for you if you're a great driver. You're a safe driver, you got a good driver's record. It is easier to get the Lyft car rental than the Uber car from my personal experience. Lyft actually charges you on a weekly basis, and Uber will put a hold on your money every week and then do one debit once a month, which is this huge lump sum of payment out. So it's just your personal preference, but I do want to let you know, if you are thinking that this is something that you want to do, that you absolutely can do it. And I'm also watching YouTube videos, and I'm going to start sharing with you some of the people that, you know, are motivating me out there in YouTube land, and that are giving me tips that are working for me as well. You know, the whole deal about moving, I kind of went back and forth with that, but my success and the tips all say, you know, you've got to keep moving, and you're going to end up making more money by moving around than you are sitting in one location just kind of waiting for somebody to pull up. So it's just about nightfall, as you guys can see, and I'm actually sitting in the driveway at my house because, you know, my husband and I have made an agreement that, you know, I'm going to be in at dark. I'm going to be in at dark just for safety reasons. And so I'm going to do that. One thing I do love about this particular car, and I'm going to flip my camera around again, is that, and I'm going to shut the lights on because it's dark. And as I mentioned to you, this right here is actually a camera that I can actually turn on that will record myself and my passengers in the back. So I'm gonna flip this back around. So also on my back window, you can't see it, but there's a sticker back there that actually says recording in progress. So I feel real safe with my passengers knowing that I can record, and that I do have a camera in here to record, and that I've driven around all day. And as I mentioned, one of the things that I am still working on and gonna need to stay focused on, it's my camera going off, is my schedule. You know, as a wife, a mother, a caregiver of 2 parents, and I'm going to be talking about, you know, being a caregiver as well, and being an entrepreneur and having more, you know, than one business and having to do a bunch of stuff at one time. It's really important to keep a schedule. I would say today I did okay, given what all I had to do. And I'm getting phone calls in about things that still need to be done with my family. And what I'm going to do is spend my evening thinking about, you know, how I'm going to get those things done. But at the same time, if I don't get my drive hours in, I won't pay my car note, my rental fee, and I will not reach my goal. The reason why I took on this additional project that's also flexible and also allows me to work my coaching business, which I love. And what's fantastic about this also is that you're in your private space of your vehicle. You know, if you're like me and you've got other businesses and sometimes you need a bit of privacy, you know, in between some of these rides, you can get things done. If you are actually going to park somewhere, that's the time when you're checking your emails or your voicemails and things like that, and you're actually out here on the road. Or in my case, you know, I'm actually doing a session in my car. It's okay because I'm in a private space and I'm able to actually get those things done. Actually, have my computer, which is safely tucked underneath my foot. I do leave these seats available for passengers to get in and out, and I'm working on packing light. But this is Shant'e Ragin talking about being a woman driver. Being a woman driver, I just want you ladies to know, and gentlemen, but ladies know that you can do this. Many of the riders are just like us. I can remember driving or calling Uber driver multiple times for just various reasons. I had a meeting and meeting was going to run late or something else was going on, and I just decided I was going to catch an Uber or Lyft, or something was going on with the car. And so, I'm a regular person. You're a regular person driving around, and many of you guys are driving Uber and Lyft probably because you've taken one. So fear not, my friends, fear not. I mean, anything can happen at any time, and that's whether or not you're working for Uber or Lyft, or whether or not you are driving yourself to a regular job, or whatever the case might be. Things can always happen. What you've got to do is have faith. What you've got to do is be diligent. I've got this camera in here that actually came with this car, but maybe that's something you want to install on your own. Maybe you want to have some mace or something in the car that makes you feel secure. Maybe you want to do like I do and just be in it dark. Sun up to sun down, and then get yourself back in the house and take care of those things you need to take care of. But I do want you to know that it's possible for you. If you're in a situation where you're just not happy and you've got to get some income in, I want you to know that you can do this. I want you to know that it will not be easy, that you will need to drive, that you will need to make more than the gas that you burn. You will need to pay whatever car fees that you've got to pay, but over and above that, that's all profit. And if you've already got a car that you don't mind getting out there on the road, then do that. I chose the Express, and I don't know if I'm gonna keep it, but as of today, I think so. Yes, I paid a $250 deposit to get a brand new car, and this is my brand new business. I mean, it's brand spanking new business. As I mentioned to you guys, it's only 1,229 miles on this car. It was less than 1,000 when I got it on yesterday, and the gas is so good in the car. And so I'm making an investment of $350 a week for my new mobile office, if you will, where I'm giving people lifts and rides to places that they need to go. So this is Shant'e Ragin stating that it is possible for you. Get creative, get rogue. You can do more than one thing. And I will be checking in with you with my next tip, and just looking forward to speaking with you. If you are also a Lyft driver or even an Uber driver, and you're a female or a male, chime in, make your comments and questions. I'd love to talk to you. Any tips that you might have. Of course, my tip of the day was keep it moving. You'll make more. Even if you're worried about burning the gas of moving around, you're actually putting yourself at an advantage of picking up more jobs. And somebody else might see it different. That's been my experience, and those videos that I have watched, people that make the most money, they do move into the busy areas. Shant'e Ragin talking about being an Uber and Lyft driver, and also being a female and doing it. Talk with you soon.